there. I'm Amy Connell. Welcome to the Graced Health Podcast. I'm a certified personal trainer who wants you to know your eating, movement, and body don't have to be perfect. You just need to be able to do what you're called to do. This podcast is for women who want simple and grace-filled ways to take care of themselves and enjoy a little chocolate in the process. Welcome to another episode of Ask the Trainer, where I answer questions you may have about either your movement or your eating or how they work together in 5 minutes or less. If I can do it in 5 minutes, I haven't been great about it. Today's question is, can I get bigger muscles by eating more protein? I actually hear this question a decent amount, and not to pick on the dudes, but I hear it a little bit more in males. And they'll say, well, I really want to gain some strength, or I really want to get bigger muscles, and so I'm eating a lot of protein. And it's a common theme, and I think it's a common misconception that people have. Oh, I just gave away the answer. But go ahead, keep listening so you can get at least the explanation behind it. Let's back up just a little bit. In the fitness world, bigger muscles is technically called hypertrophy, which is basically the enlargement of your skeletal muscle fibers in response to overcoming force from high volumes of tension. Skeletal muscle fibers are just the muscles that you think of that surround your skeleton, as opposed to like your heart, which is also a muscle. Now, in order to enlarge those skeletal muscle fibers, they do need to have those high volumes of tension. Tension can be achieved just through your body weight. It can be dumbbells. It can be barbells, bands, anything to create that tension among your skeletal system, your muscles, that break down. So anytime they're in that high level of tension, your muscle fibers will break down slightly. When they repair themselves, they get bigger. That is what causes muscle growth. Now, our body uses protein to rebuild the muscle. And in fact, I mean, if you think about eating a breast of chicken or whatever kind of meat that you like, if you like red meat or pork, that's muscle. That's pure protein. And so our bodies use dietary protein to rebuild those muscles and make them stronger. Now, there are a lot of factors that play a role in achieving hypertrophy and strength gains. So that can include your hormone levels. Testosterone does play a key role in that. Whether or not you are a man or a woman, we all have a little bit of testosterone in us. Stimulating the lean muscle with a properly designed resistance training program plays a part, as does consuming the right fuel, like what we just talked about with protein and also energy, which is consumed in the way of carbohydrates, because you need to have the energy to work hard enough for those skeletal fibers to break down. So nutrition alone and eating protein alone cannot build your muscle. It is important for the repair and the rebuilding of those little, I call them micro tears of your muscle. But without the proper resistance training program to break down your muscles, to rebuild it, to stimulate the growth, then just eating more protein is not going to gain muscle, and it will not prevent you from losing muscle. If it's not used, it atrophies. It starts to steadily decline. So that's why it's so important to continue resistance training programs. Does that mean you need to be in the gym lifting, and bench pressing as hard as you can? No, but it does mean that you need to be creating resistance, creating tension in your muscles so they can continuously either maintain their strength or add strength. Now, if you are over 45 or over 40, I'm 45, so I keep saying that. If you are over 40 and are finding that your body needs to move a little different, I am excited to tell you that I have a program coming out this fall called An Ideal Week of Fitness Over 40. This is particularly designed for women over 40. And I'm just going to tell you a secret. If you're 38, you can get this too. But if you want to know a little bit more about it, if you want to get on the information, then go to gracedhealth.com/fitness-over-40, sign up, and I will send you all the information. There's no commitment, but when that comes out. Okay, that is all for today. Go out there and have a grace day.